is how I play the game! Oh my god! What the fuck?
Holy shit! That is an epic fucking intro, dude. I have to warn everyone. Warning. What you may see right now is going to be absolutely disgusting. Sound good?
Alright, sounds good to me.
To be covering, sorry. I'm yawning today because this morning, at 7 in the morning, Jasper woke up and decided he wanted to yak up a hairball. Which is always delightful when you're in the middle of a nice, restful sleep after a tiring day out. I was out and about all day yesterday with my wife, and I'm getting a good, restful sleep. I have to wake up at 7 in the morning for Jasper to hack up a hairball, and I gotta clean it up. So, a little tired today. In fact, I did drink a coffee already. I had to. I was like, when you get disturbed from your sleep like that, you lose the restfulness that you were getting. And so, we'll see what happens. Hopefully I'm not super tired all day long.
Oh my god, he's drinking gin.
Here's the thing, and I did say this on social media, and of course it caused controversy. I don't care. I'm just going to briefly cover it on my pre-stream today. Alright? Reading the reviews of Ghost of Tsushima, and how the mainstream media, who all got early copies of this game, treated it and reviewed it, I will say this. It seems to me, in general, this game was reviewed very fairly. I'm reading the reviews, I'm like, this seems pretty fair. And then I'm like, gee, so I'm sorry, but I gotta call this out. What happened a month ago, man? What happened with The Last of Us 2? Seriously. How is it that when you go back and you can just read a review? I challenge you, if you don't believe me, go read a review from the same media outlet that gave Last of Us 2 a 10 out of freaking 10. Okay? Read that review from that same media outlet, and now read the review of Ghost of Tsushima, and it feels like it's written by a completely different methodology. It really is. It seems like one of two things happened with The Last of Us 2. Either these mainstream media outlets reviewed the game and said that it wasn't perfect, but then gave it a perfect score anyway, right? Okay, here's some things about the game that we wish were better, but it's a 10 out of 10. Well then, no. If you outright said something in this game should be improved, it's not 10 out of 10. And it's irresponsible, as part of mainstream gaming media, or a journalist, I should say, to actually review a game as perfect. That's not. Any single person who put out a 10 out of 10 review, but said the game wasn't perfect, is an irresponsible, unprofessional journalist whose opinion should never be taken seriously again, and no one should allow them to review a goddamn thing. That's my opinion. I'm sorry, I don't care if IGN says 10 out of 10 isn't perfect. IGN can go fuck themselves. They don't change math because they're irresponsible journalists who have irresponsibly used 10 out of 10 over the years because they're idiots. 10 out of 10 is 100% and it means it's perfect. Alright? These games journalists judge it as being a work of art. Okay, well, artistically it's nice. 10 out of 10. Wait, what? It's supposed to be a video game. It's not a fucking painting. Right? There's art elements to it. That doesn't mean you rate it perfectly because it did something different. That's what I really feel, is that when they all reviewed this game, okay, they reviewed it in light of it being different or artistic, and they were pushing an agenda. What was the agenda? Well, we want more artsy-fartsy games that try to do something different, and we feel that if we kiss this game's butt, well, Sony and Naughty Dog are now going to like our ass, and they're going to send us everything else early so we can continue to get the early views, the clickbait garbage.
Day one views, day one inflated views, make the money. Old school Phil used to be in a rush to finish games because more quickly I finished one, I could get on to the next, and that meant more day one views, more new playthrough views, more excitement, more hype around my channel because Phil's the new game guy, and he plays the new games constantly, right? I'm not like that anymore. I've changed, I've evolved, I'm not doing that crap anymore, alright?
You know, we can continue to have that good relationship with them. If we actually criticize this game, we jeopardize that relationship, and therefore we may not get early copy review anymore. We may not be invited to the press event. You know what I mean? And it's actually funny because I say that and you think, oh, that's a conspiracy theory. Actually, no. There was actual factual evidence that this happened because there were a couple outlets, and one of them that actually publicly talked about it was what are they called? Vice? So they reviewed the game not overwhelmingly positively. Now, Vice doesn't give number scores to their games, but essentially they criticized The Last of Us 2 heavily for a lot of the reasons that I've actually called out. I think there were a few other points that they had as well. All right? But they called them out in the review and said it's not a perfect game, here's the flaws. Naughty Dog and Sony, I forget it was Sony or Naughty Dog, one or the other, contacted them behind the scenes and actually had the balls to ask them, why did you say negative things about our game? We don't agree with you. They actually said they gave them a copy of the game to objectively review it, and then when they objectively reviewed it, they were told, that's not right, you fucked up. Why did you do that? Like, it's like getting called into the principal's office. I heard that you've been doing some bad stuff, Jimmy. So what do you have to say for yourself, Jimmy? To which I guess the person from Vice was like, why am I getting this? And they basically wrote back and said, well, I thought in my review I had justified my points, but here's my points and here's my justification again. You know?
Oh my god, dude, just shut up. Just shut up and stop whining. Oh.
And it's like, huh? Well, how could they do that? Now, by the way, where's the proof? It's all right there. It was covered. There were articles about it, but they were swept under the rug. The article I read was from Polygon covering this, but there's other news outlets that covered it, and guess what happened? Within one day, all those news articles were swept under the rug, and no one ever talked about it ever again. Like it never happened, even though it did. It's factually documented that Sony and Naughty Dog, or both, or whichever side, contacted basically people who got early copies, and they gave out not glaringly positive reviews, and said, why did you do that, you know, how dare you? Which is ludicrous. And it's like I said, back when The Last of Us 2 came out, sadly, these early copy reviews are meant now to be free advertising rather than objective reviews. They're not sending IGN, GameSpot, and these major outlets a copy of the game to say, please objectively review our game early. They're saying, please advertise our game for us for free. And if you don't give good advertisement for it, you might not get the next game. You might not be involved in 6 months of press events leading up to the release of the game so you have coverage for your website to bring you money. You see what I mean? It's sick. It's a fucked up, broken system. Alright? So, Last of Us 2 had a lot to prove, being a game that, oh, we're going to make a game that's not happy, it's miserable. We're going to make a game that pushes progressive agendas, having a lesbian as the main character, having a not stereotypically feminine female as the other main character who's actually one of the villains, but now you get to know her and humanize her. We're going to have a transgender character. We're going to have all this, and we really need to push this agenda, guys, so give our games a good review. And then people who didn't basically got yelled at and screamed at and disciplined, talked to like little children by Big Papa Sony after they did that. So here we are a month later, Ghost of Tsushima comes out, and it's a completely different situation. Oh, Ghost of Tsushima's not perfect because of this and this and this. 7 out of 10. Wait, what? Wait a minute. Whoa.
Oh my god. I gotta wake up. I don't know what's going on, why I'm yawning so much tonight. I'm only half an hour into the stream. What the hell's going on?
That's at least my take on it. And it's pretty it pisses me off, man. It pisses me off. Because literally right this moment, people are saying, oh, Ghost of Tsushima is nowhere near as good as Last of Us 2, bro. See, I told you, man. It's like, wait, what? No. In fact, it might be much better of a game. But the people reviewed it differently, and now we're just supposed to fucking believe it as, you know, it's 8 versus a 10, so it's better. It's like, wait, what? But it's not. But they had an agenda. So that's what pisses me off. And of course, then you get the fanboys coming out. Oh, you just didn't like the progressive tones of Last of Us 2. You can't stand it because you're sexist or you're bigoted or you're this or you're that. Like, you're a fucking idiot. You actually didn't watch me play the game. You didn't watch me review the game. You're a moron who lives by this narrative that if someone doesn't like something you loved, it's because they're a bigot or it's because they're ignorant. No, it's because you're a fucking moron and you don't take 5 seconds to look outside of your own bubble of people who all sucked the game's butt for the past month, who are saying it's the best game ever, to see that there's a large group of people out there who actually didn't like it for very valid reasons with justification. Okay? But it pisses me off that in 2020, I've been doing this for 12 years, the game media never improved. In fact, it's getting worse.
All hail the vest, praying to the vest.
I'm gonna forewarn all of you right now about something, okay? There's a lot of content creators out there that get this stuff early, and they make giant bank on that, alright? They'll get a game 2 weeks early, they actually film their entire playthrough of that game early. They know they're making thousands of dollars on that playthrough.
Whining, complaining.
They know it. They know that when they release that playthrough, or eventually when they stream early, they know they're making bank. So they're either going to withhold their negative criticisms of the game for review embargo purposes, or they're just not going to say anything negative about the game because they want to make money. And when they push a game positively, they get better viewership and more ongoing repeat views than if they say a game is not so good. So for example, with The Last of Us Part 2, there's a lot of people who just literally played the game and kissed its ass constantly despite the fact that they didn't actually like the horrific gore and the things that were in it, because they felt if I just keep saying it's good, people will keep coming out. And they did that, and they made tons of money, thousands of dollars, all right? So understand that if you're going to find someone who's going to be someone to trust, you got to find someone who, oh my God, getting that early copy of the game and putting out that playthrough early, that's my life's blood, and that's how I make my business model, right? You can't depend on that, because those people are not trustworthy. I'm not saying all of them, I'm just saying, how can you trust someone who literally the reason that they make money is because they get a game early and they play it before everybody else, right? How? You can't. That's going to, you know what I mean? That's going to be someone who innately has a bias installed in them to say a game is good, so they continue to get that advantageous treatment, you know? So, and by the way, you notice I'm not saying trust me. You don't have to trust me. I'm saying just find someone out there who's legit someone who enjoys games, cares about you as a viewer, and wants to be honest with you. And it's not just me. There's lots of people out there like that who are these big-wig idiots who get the fucking game so early and make ridiculous money off of it.
My eyes, I'm crying. I'm like, oh my God, my eyes are burning out of my head. I'm crying like a baby. I'm not a whiny baby. I'm a mature adult.
You can't. That's really the two problems in this industry are journalists who don't take it seriously and at a whim will skew a score for their own personal benefit and then hide under the guise of, oh, it's a subjective opinion so I can say whatever I want. Or content creators / influencers who get a game early and then bank big on getting that game early and completely don't give you any kind of legitimacy to what they're doing, no real valid criticism because they're making money, so why would they bother? They want that continuation, right? So, that's my opinion. That's my take on the whole situation. I read these reviews for Ghost of Tsushima, and I'm like, these are good reviews. I wish we could have had these reviews for Last of Us 2 last month.
You show your toxic jealousy and just how petty you fucking are when you react to something like that. I mean, I'll be honest, just like any other normal human, yes, am I jealous of certain people and of people who are successful and whatever? Of course I am. Of course I'm going to have jealousy. That's a natural human emotion for those who have more than you. You're always going to have that natural kind of jealousy of those who maybe have, been more successful or things like that.
Of course, we got a bunch of people bitching like little children in my stream chat, even though this is my stream and you know I talk about this stuff on pre-stream. So I just laugh at all of you and say you're fucking idiots. If you're sitting here and you're just going to bitch about every time I have an opinion or something to say, maybe you shouldn't be on my stream. Maybe you should go be on some shill stream who's, sucking the butt. If that's what you want, go suck some butt. You don't have to be on my stream, right? Suck some more butt somewhere else. If that's really what you want, if you just want to eat the bullshit constantly, then go suck some bullshit out of someone's ass on another stream. If you just like getting crapped on constantly by everyone and not being taken seriously, then go ahead. I value my viewers and their time, and I would never overinflate a game for personal benefit.
Fuck you, you fucking greedy piece of shit. Go fuck yourself.
So, that's why if I feel like talking like this is beneficial to my viewing audience, I'll do it. But if you got a problem with that, don't sit in the stream and bitch like a little child because you're on someone's stream who has an opinion that's informed. Okay? Sorry. If you want to just be a brainless idiot, go suck some butt somewhere else. Eat the bullshit. Enjoy. Have a nice hearty helping. Fill your plate. There's a lot of it out there you can have.
The taste on your lips, I want it all. A toxic, the first I've been under. You know that you're toxic. Ow. Taste on your lips is paradise. But I know that you're toxic. Unleash the beast. Toxic. Oh. Phil has indoctrinated children who send him money, blatantly milking for money. It's a money pit. It's gone, just gone like that. In an instant, fucking gone. I just care about money. I just can't help it. I eBay. Contributions are mandatory, but I need your help. I am appealing directly to you. No decency, no respect, no common sense, no fucking maturity. Is the guy who just doesn't get reality.